Welcome to the Gomer Go FX channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. So right now we're back again. We're back again with another one. We're gonna strictly be focusing on trading Bitcoin and gold on this channel. We're gonna be analyzing gold and Bitcoin only. Bitcoin and gold only, you know. That's what we'll be focusing on. So let's get right into the video. We are on the monthly time frame. I'm using my mobile phone to do this analysis. Please bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So we are on the monthly time frame. As we are on the monthly time frame, I'd like for us to look at something. You know what I mean? There's that low over there. This is the monthly time frame, yeah. Another low over there. You know what I mean? Where's another low? Another low is somewhere in these regions. You know what I mean? Where the market is currently at right now. So what we can definitely see on the monthly time frame is that Bitcoin is in an uptrend, you know. No two ways about it, you know, no debating it. Bitcoin is in a bullish trend, as you know, it's competing with gold, you know what I mean? Bitcoin is the new gold, you know what I mean? And on the far left, right there, we can see that we've got this previous high over there. You know what I mean? And the market in the monthly time frame is creating a series of higher highs and higher lows. It's creating a series of highs. Let me do this. I mean, and low. You know, and do another one, high. You know, and low. You know what I mean? These are high highs and high lows, indicating to us that we are in a bullish trend. You know what I mean? We are definitely in a bullish trend. The market is trending towards the upside. You know what I mean? And let me remove everything so that we can dive deeper into the lower time frames. Let's go to the weekly. Even on the weekly time frame, you can see that the market is bullish. You know what I mean? The market is bullish even on the weekly time frame. You know, check that out. Market is bullish. You know what I mean? And with the market being bullish, what I'm clearly seeing is the market is creating higher highs and higher lows. But in those higher highs and higher lows, look at this. I'm gonna show you something. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna show you something. The market goes up, comes back to retest, and then goes up, and then comes to sweep the previous low. You know what I mean? It sweeps the previous low, faking out people's stop losses and all of that, and going into the opposite direction, which is the upside. You know. Let me show you again. Let me show you again. Show you again. Oh, oops. Let me show you again. Sorry about that. Let me show you again. Right over here. Also happened. You know what I mean? The market, you know, trap sellers. You know what I mean? People thought that the market was going to continue to sell right over here. Let me show you. Let me show you right over here. Boom, liquidity sweep, and then goes back towards the upside. You know, this. By the way, this is the weekly time frame. You know what I mean? And it also happens in the upside. Also, you know what I mean? Boom. You know, where's the liquidity sweep? You know, go. Where's the liquidity sweep? Let me show you. You know, this was the high. The market came and took out, you know, buyers and then went down. You know what I mean? That's what the market does, you know. Before it goes into your initial direction, it needs to manipulate people. It needs to manipulate day traders. That's what the market always does. That's what, the market is known for. It rewards the patient, the ones that are patient. It rewards them. You know what I mean? So this is the weekly time frame. Let's remove everything and go down to um, the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily. You know, boom. We are on a daily time frame. What can we see on the daily time frame? We're gonna be focusing on the current price action. Where the market is right now. You know what I mean? But I wanna highlight an important, high, point on my far left. This area right here. I wanted to highlight this area. Let me show you with a rectangular box. This area right here. This area right here. I want to highlight this area because it's important to me. You want to know why it's important to me? Because the market went below it. We were thinking that the market was going to continue with the sales, you know, but clearly it was, market being the market, manipulating people. We've got this, you know, this pattern right over here. We've got this pattern on Bitcoin. You know what I mean? We've got this pattern on Bitcoin. The market is trading above the 112, level. You know what I mean? And with the market trading above the 112, 111, 110, you know what I mean? It's significant. It clearly shows you that the market is shifting into a different direction. It's trying to change where it's going. Um, Sorry about that. It's going towards the upside right now. Below 112, clearly you can see that the market is showing you that below 112, 112, 657.21. Let's just say, you know, that's the price that we are looking at. You know, below that price, the market, you can only look for sales. But above that price, you can only look for buying opportunities. You know, um, up until this area right over here, you know, up until that area over here, you can, that's the break. I believe that the market might come back and give us a beautiful retest. And then after giving us a beautiful retest, and then that's when we can look for that proper move towards the upside. You can clearly see that the market has been creating the same pattern, you know, same pattern, you know what I mean? Same continuation pattern, you know, same continuation pattern going towards the upside, same. So never trade against the trend, that's the saying that, has always uh been said, by the forex professionals, the people that, you know, do this for real. You know what I mean? People that do this for real at the New York Stock Exchange. So never trade against the market, the trend of the market. So with that being said, with that being said, um, let's go over to the H4. Just delete everything and go to the H4 and see what we can see. On the H4, you can clearly see that the market is shifting its direction towards the upside, by clearly looking at that area that I've highlighted for you over there, you know, where's the next target? Next target is right over here. That's your next target. You know what I mean? Where's your other target, Sorry about that. Let me just clone it. The next target is right over there. You know what I mean? But even in the middle, I think we might have. Let me do this. Clone it, and I think in the middle you might have an area, you know what I mean? You might have an area right over there. That can be your other targets. You know what I mean? Going towards the upside. Um, and as you can see on the H4, the market has created head and shoulder pattern. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. It's the head. You know what I mean? And then that's the left shoulder right here. You know what I mean? The market is going towards the upside. You know what I mean? You can clearly see that the market is bullish. Market is bullish, and yeah, let's continue to look for those buying opportunities. And let us start investing into crypto. You know what I mean? Especially as South Africans, because I'm from South Africa and I'm a very young man. So I'm really fascinated by Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Dogecoin, all the coins, all the altcoins, and I really believe that it's altcoin season, in Q4. I really think that we are in altcoin season. So the market is really, 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 really bullish. People like to say don't trade in September, don't trade in summer, don't trade in December. It's not a good idea. You're gonna lose your money. December is full of manipulations and all of that, But it all depends on what type of trader are you, Are you a trader that's going to be stopped by a day, a month, news events, when the market is consolidating, or when the market is, you know, are you going to be stopped by the market? I'm not saying you should trade every day. I'm not saying you should trade every day, but there's always an opportunity in the market. There's always an opportunity. Opportunities are not going to come every day, but there's always an opportunity in the market for you to trade. You know what I mean? Only if you sit back, relax, have your time that you want to trade, whether it's in Asian, London, New York. I strictly prefer the New York session, because in my country it's in the afternoon, 3:30. I know some of y'all in States it's 9:30 a.m. I think, So there's always an opportunity in the markets. The market rewards the patient. Those who are patient are the ones that reap the good fruits and labor off, um, the markets. You know what I mean? So, um, I've been in the game of trading, but I'm not gonna say that I'm experienced. I'm an experienced trader. I'm a professional trader. I still make mistakes. I still lose accounts. I still make losses. I still make profits. I'm just an all-round learning trader in the market. So this is not financial advice by any means, but I'm just saying, whether you like the content or not, I'm just gonna put out, my own opinion on what I think. So as far as trading, when you get into it, it's risky. It's a risky business. So um, let's start investing into crypto. But it's not financial advice. I'm not saying anyone should do anything with their money. Money's your money. You can do what you want with your money. But Bitcoin, Ethereum, those are the ones that I'm looking at. Solana, those are the ones that I'm, like really, 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 really looking at. XRP. Also think that it's a really good coin. You know what I mean? So yeah, with all that being said, I think I'll see you on the next video. Like, comment, share the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's grow the channel. Let's grow the community. And thank you for watching. Adios.